Gather around now and I'll share an intriguing tale. This narrative revolves around a humble fisherman's extraordinary discovery and a valuable lesson about desiring more than what we require. Once upon a time, there was a poor fisherman named Ramesh. Every morning, before the roosters crow, he would set out to sea. Armed with his worn-out net, he would return with his sea's offerings. There were prosperous days with a bounty of fish to sell at the market, ensuring a hearty meal for his family. Then there were tough days with no catch to speak of, leading to a night of empty stomachs. Regardless, Ramesh never grumbled. He adored the sea, the sensation of the net in his hands, the scent of salt in the air. "We must appreciate what we have," he would advise his children. "The sea is our life source. We mustn't ever get greedy." His wife would respond with a smile and a nod of agreement. They didn't have much, but they had each other. One evening, Ramesh pulled in his net only to find a few small fish, too meager to sell, just enough for a modest family meal. As he began rowing back to shore, he noticed something unusual. One of the small fish had an unusually swollen belly. Ramesh picked it up and felt something hard, something spherical inside. Intrigued, he used his knife to gently slice open the fish. And behold, inside the fish was a coin. This was no ordinary coin. It was an ancient golden coin, gleaming even in the dimming light. Ramesh trembled. He had never seen so much gold. This single coin could sustain his family for a couple of months. Swiftly, he stashed the coin in his pocket and hurried home. That night, Ramesh shared his discovery with his wife, who was astounded. A gold coin inside a fish? Ramesh unveiled it. As she held it, her eyes widened in disbelief. "This is a miracle," she whispered, "a sea's gift." They resolved to use the coin judiciously. They would buy food, mend the roof, and save the remainder for rainy days. But that night, Ramesh lay awake, his mind filled with swirling thoughts about the coin, the fish, and what it all signified. If one fish could contain a gold coin, perhaps others could too. The following morning, Ramesh embarked on his fishing journey earlier than usual. He fished all day, caught many fish, and opened each one. Nothing. He repeated this process day after day. Every day he would catch fish. Every day he would cut them open. Every day he would return empty-handed. His wife, growing concerned, confronted him. "You're fishing all day, but we're not profiting from it. You're ruining all the fish and discarding them. We're out of money. The kids are starving." Ramesh dismissed her worries. "There are more coins out there, I'm certain. If one fish had a coin, others must too. I just need to find them." "But we had a coin," his wife retorted. "A single coin that could have done so much. We could have used it wisely. Now it's gone and we're left with nothing." But Ramesh was not listening. He was consumed by his obsession. Every morning he set sail. Every evening he returned with nothing but gutted fish and broken dreams. One day an old fisherman named Govind confronted him. "Ramesh, I've known you for years. You were always a content man, grateful for even a small catch. Now all I see is a man constantly searching, without a smile to share. What happened to you?" Ramesh confided in Govind about the gold coin he had found in a fish, and his unrelenting pursuit of finding another. Govind nodded, understanding the situation. He had witnessed this before. Greed. It sneaks up on you like a fog and snatches away all that's good. "Let me share a story with you," Govind suggested. Many years ago, a farmer discovered a small pot of gold in his field. Just a small pot, enough to live comfortably for many years. But the farmer wasn't satisfied. He thought, "If I found one pot, there must be more." He dug up his entire field, day in, day out. He neglected his crops and his livestock. He dug relentlessly, but he never found another pot. By the time he stopped digging, his field was barren. Nothing would grow there anymore. His livestock had perished. His family had abandoned him. He had a pot of gold, but he lost everything else. Govind stared at Ramesh with empathetic eyes. "Don't be that farmer, my friend. Appreciate the gift you've received. Use it wisely, but don't let the quest for more obliterate what you already possess." That evening, Ramesh sat outside his hut, watching the sunset over the sea. He pondered over Govind's wise words, his wife's worried expression, and his children who had stopped inviting him to play because he was perpetually absent. He had an epiphany. The coin was gone. He had squandered it all on nothing, gutting fish after fish in pursuit of more. But he hadn't lost everything, not yet. He still had his wife and his children. He still had his boat and his net. He still had the sea. With newfound resolution, he entered his hut. "Dear wife," he apologized, "I've been a fool. I had a treasure, and I wasted it chasing an illusion." His wife embraced him, tears brimming in her eyes. "Welcome back," she whispered. "I've missed you." The next morning, Ramesh resumed fishing. He wasn't seeking coins. He sought fish, good fish, fish to sell, fish to nourish his family. He made a good catch that day, not because of luck, but due to his patience, his focus, and his gratitude. He sold the fish at the market, bought food for his family, played with his children, and spent the evening stargazing with his wife. As they sat together, his youngest daughter cuddled up to him. "Daddy, are you happy?" she inquired. Looking at her innocent face, her sparkling eyes, his wife smiling beside him, Ramesh responded, "Yes, my darling, I am happy. Very happy." And he genuinely meant it. As the years rolled by, Ramesh grew into an old fisherman like Govind. Younger fishermen would seek his counsel. "Ramesh, how can we catch more fish?" "Ramesh, where are the best fishing spots?" Ramesh would respond with a smile and advise them about understanding the sea, the value of patience, and the importance of gratitude. Occasionally, one of them would ask, "Ramesh, is it true that you once found a gold coin inside a fish?" Ramesh would confirm, "Yes, it's true." "What did you do with it?" Chuckling softly, Ramesh would reply, "I wasted it. I wasted it in search of more. But the sea gave me a second chance. It taught me that the real treasure was not the coin. The real treasure was always there, right under my nose, waiting for me to recognize it." The young fisherman would listen, not entirely comprehending. But some of them, years later, would recall his words when faced with their own temptations. And so, the story continued to circulate. The tale of the fisherman, the coin, and the sea. And the lesson was remembered. A gift is a gift. Cherish it. Be grateful for it. But don't let the pursuit of more rob you of the joy of what you already possess. A man who has little but is content has more than a man who has much yet yearns for more.